Hello out there. This is DZ, your overlord Dezeran, and welcome back to the 25th Ward, the Silver Case. Now, let's see what we've got here with this mobile phone shop, I guess. Is this the place? One of those maid cell phone shops. They've been popular recently. Or one of those maid cell phone shops that have been popular recently. Get a number by saving up points. 500 yen per minute to talk with a maid. Damn, it's like a foreign country here. Welcome back, and Moshi Moshi, Master. What? Which carrier do you prefer? Huh? What I prefer? Wow, Master, you're so naughty. I feel like I'm melting when you look at me like that. No way. This is really fucking embarrassing. For Master, I recommend the white phone. Please wait here for your call. Huh? I'm here to help out Kurumizawa. Kurumizawa? What are you... Please refrain from questioning me any further. It will get me killed. Okay. Come on now, Master. I don't like persistence. Please, stop it. If you keep looking at me like that, I'm going to have to press charges. I'm out of here. Come again, Master. What the hell? That was weird. And this is the 7th Hitman. It has to be. Okay. Yep. This card cannot be used. So this is the last one. Shiroyabu, I'll let you in on a secret. What? You're going to be killed by someone close. Why? Who cares why? That's what your fortune says. Fortune? Listen, I'm gonna tell you. Tell me what? You're going to be killed by someone you love. That's your fortune. Someone I love? They're already dead. Just be careful. How should I be careful? That's easy. Just die right here. Sir, I believe your logic is flawed. A hitman has appeared. Death filing? Jironi attacks. Jironi uses death filing. What? Whoa! The hitman dies. Jabroni is super pumped. This is Shiroyabu. What happened to his hair? You've exceeded my expectations, Shiroyabu. Kosuke Kurumizawa. I've finally made contact. Do you mind if I choose the place? Kosuke. Go for it. I'll mail you. What the hell just happened? What? Excuse me? What? What's happening? I don't understand. Alternative batting center. Why did Shiroyabu suddenly go bald? What a fierce transformation. A human who has crossed the line between life and death is beautiful. You don't look like a human. You have the face of a dead man. Shiroyabu, let's talk. I've been wanting to speak with you at length. Me too. I've been thinking about you this whole time. I'm not interested in any of that. What a shame. I'd been missing you so much I could just kill you. And today, I finally can. Hearing them come from that face gives your words all the more impact. You've got even less of a human face than I do. How about we settle this now? I would prefer not to. What? Whoa. What happened? Whoa! What exactly is Kosuke Kurumizawa? As I've said, I don't know. That's a shame. I believed in you. I never asked you to believe in me, you know. You set this up from the start. You intentionally brought Shiroyabu and Kurumizawa together. For what? What is it you're trying to do? Answer me! I would assume it just happened naturally. Some people are simply meant to come together, right? It's just one of those things. What a half-assed attempt at an explanation. Do you really just want to get killed that badly? It's a diver and an HC unit detective. It's only natural for them to clash like this. There's absolutely nothing strange or suspicious about it, and I haven't set anything up. Hatoba, I think you're grabbing at straws a bit here, aren't you? A diver, huh? There are no existing records of him anywhere. There's no evidence showing that he was ever alive to begin with. How do you explain that? You should know as well as anyone that it's normal for a diver to erase their identity. It's his very existence that's suspicious. There are no signs that his identity was ever erased, nor that any sort of identification was issued to him in the first place. That would mean that for all intents and purposes, this is a person who has never been observed in this world. The way you're saying this sounds somehow rehearsed. I have no time to deal with ridiculous imaginary suspicions. Michiru, it's about time we straightened all this out. You're a matchmaker. Listening to you go on about this stuff is really tiresome. It's not interesting in the slightest, it's boring. You used Kurumizawa to lure in Shiroyabu so you could observe him. It turned out just as you wanted. Does it feel good? You like playing the show manager? Please shut your mouth. I'm gonna shut yours first. This is ridiculous. What's happening? The hell is happening? How much do you know? Please don't play stupid. Sumin, you've gotten even prettier. But damn, that perfume stinks. You're trying too hard. I should shoot your ass dead right here. Kuroyanagi, what a foul-mouthed bastard. Oh, that's Sumio! Well, you sure do suck as much as ever. Sumio! Holy crap. But it smells good. Not bad at all. It's Estee Lauder. Jerry Lawler? Never mind. Please, tell me about Kurumizawa. He... Go to transmitter? What? What? Digital Man is coming soon. 1% of monster... What the What? This doesn't help me. I mean, okay, hold on. We'll save over this one. Yes. And I gotta remember to save over this again when I save. Because I'm not ending it here, obviously. Correctness. Transmitter. Wait, what? Correctness 00010203. Transmitter. What? Well, I have no other options, so it's just this. Oh, wait. Oh! Utsutsu. I do have options. Matchmaker. Underground theater. What the hell? Okay. Okay. What do I... Oh. Okay, hold on. So, 1, 2, 3... I'm 4 deep into correctness. Or, correctness and transmitter. So then there's Matchmaker, Underground Theater, and then there is... I was wondering why this was set up like this if I couldn't do anything. Plus 00 Utsusu, or Utsusu. I don't know. Okay. We're gonna try Placebo. Because I want to catch up to these. I want to get them all at equal standing. I didn't realize these were even here. God damn it. Okay. Utsusu. Ususu? Not sure. Placebo again, though. In March of 1979, an incident which would come to be known as the Silver Case occurred. The suspect's name was Kamui Urihara. Kamui Urihara was apprehended by a man named Tetsugoro Kusabi, a 24-year-old fledgling detective at the time. Little is known about Kamui Urihara, such as what sort of person he was, etc. However, there are several facts that have been passed down over the years, almost like an urban legend. The fact that Kamui Urihara committed his crimes in midwinter, the fact that he used some sort of special customized piercing gun, the fact that he killed suspects and material witnesses in cases of crimes and human-caused disasters who couldn't be tried in court under existing laws, the fact that he possessed the rarely witnessed attribute known as criminal power. It is unknown whether Kamui Urihara kills because he was contracted by someone or because he wants to kill. It was assumed that the various mysteries surrounding this man would be solved in the interrogation after his arrest or during the ensuing court case. However, 5 years after his arrest, in August of 1984, Kamui Urihara was diagnosed with severe psychosis, and his criminal trial was cancelled. In September of the same year, it was decided that preferential measures would be implemented, and he was admitted to the Kanto 24th Ward IMM Hospital Psychiatric Ward. To this day, it is unknown whether anyone has heard the man known as Kamui Urihara speak words with any sort of meaning since the time of his arrest. Information concerning the silver case is even less abundant. While the name of the case is famous, almost no actual details of the incident are known. Those who are especially informed were the type that is especially into conspiracy theories and the like, may have heard tell of the following details of the case. At the end of the 70s, after having been dissolved and split up following a long struggle for power, the remaining hardliners of the FSO Frontier Conservative faction hired a hitman as their last resort. One day, the TRO, Techno faction, and CCO, Civic faction, that is, the two parties making up the current government, and also the factions responsible for driving off the FSO, held a meeting of 10 old men. These men were the respective parties' most important members. It was there that a man appeared. After using a special customized piercing gun to kill every member of the meeting, the man was arrested. His name was Kamui Urihara. With all of the victims being old men, this incident came to be known as the Silver Case. Except that's not what really happened, and we know that. Of course, no matter where nor how deeply one may search, no public records of this incident exist anywhere. The next time the man supposedly undergoing treatment showed his face to the world, it was March of 1999. The woman in charge of Kamui Urihara's counseling at IMM Hospital at the time was killed, and Kamui Urihara subsequently disappeared from the hospital. As he continued to evade apprehension, the violent crimes piled up. 2 female civilians were killed with a harpoon gun. Additionally, 2 agents of the Special Forces Unit, Republic, were also killed while attempting to apprehend Kamui Urihara. Daigo Natsume, the acting leader of said unit, sustained critical injuries. As the murderer of Lore reappeared in the real world and started killing once again, people began to tremble in fear, and some began to worship him. At this time, the internet had not yet become widespread and was still no more than an underground toy, but possibly due to its close relationship with Kamui Urihara, it served to accelerate his deification and helped him to permeate society even deeper than the mass media could. Additionally, the specific environment of the government special administrative region, known officially as the 24th Ward, which was set up as an experimental area, was similar to the net. The common points between these two entities was the fact that while comfortable and convenient, it was a constantly monitored and closed-off world, which gave its denizens the feeling that they were being deprived of something. Metropolitan Police Department 24 Ward's Heinous Crimes Unit christened the series of incidents occurring in March of 1999 with the name the Kamui Case. Heinous Crimes Unit 2 was home to Tetsugoro Kusabi. However, it was later revealed that Kamui Urihara, who had supposedly escaped from the hospital, was actually catatonic in an almost totally vegetative state. He was unable to do anything apart from eating and sleeping, let alone fatally wound anyone. The actual perpetrator of these serial killings was Ayame Shimohira, a woman with a special relationship with Kamui. The term criminal power may as well have been created by Kamui himself. Criminal power is said to be contagious. This is apparently especially true in the 24th Ward. Maybe Kamui Urihara's criminal power found its way into Ayame Shimohira and caused her to act as his copycat? That may be the case, and it may not be. Ayame Shimohira was apprehended and taken into custody by Heinous Crimes Unit 2 Special Agent Sumio Kodai. It was 1999, and winter was closing in. True criminal power was about to show its fangs. Kamui Urihara suddenly escaped from the hospital and managed to make a comeback that nobody expected. After a month-long silence, Kamui murdered 7 important government officials in the A1 district, at the center of the 24th Ward. Then he disappeared. The situation grew stranger still. On November 30th, Kamui Urihara died abruptly, with reports that a man thought to be Kamui Urihara had infiltrated the International Environment Building, A special team put together specifically for the elimination of Kamui Urihara enacted measures to capture him and force the suspect to the roof of the building. Upon receiving the signal, sharpshooters placed in the surrounding buildings took aim and fired upon their mark all at once. The target was eliminated immediately. The body was destroyed to the point of showing no resemblance to its original form, so badly that it was impossible to tell whether or not it really was the man who was arrested 20 years prior. Data pertaining to the DNA of this Kamui Urihara has never been released. Everything written up to this point covers the surface and the background of this case. The background of the background, as well as the even deeper layers, are so complicated and incoherent as to be almost nonsensical. The origin of the whole story goes back 20 years prior to 1999, that is to say, to the time when the Silver Case occurred. Someone, or some group of organizations, used the budget set aside for the newly built International Environment Ministry building to begin the directly controlled project known as the Shelter Kids Policy. The goal of the project was to develop an educational system appropriate for the high-level administrative metropolitan environment that was the 24th Ward. Over 1,000 four-year-old boys were gathered in the shelter compound, where they ate, slept, and were put through a specific curriculum created to shape their personalities into certain patterns. The main point of the program was to insert artificial processes into the development of the ego and sense of self of the subjects while they were still young in order to force their respective personalities and thought processes to conform to a specific mold. The children were subjected to endless cycles of the same simple, repetitive tasks which gradually cut away at their egos. The personality set as the base for that which was planted in the minds of the shelter kids originated in Kamui Urihara. In essence, the Shelter Kids policy was fundamentally an experiment for the purpose of creating mental clones of Kamui Urihara. Due to this, the project was called Kamui Masspro. Masspro meaning mass production. Also, some referred to the original Kamui as Format Kamui, with format referring to the facts that this Kamui was basically the mold from which all future Kamuis would be created. Why was Kamui Urihara selected as the original format? There are several theories to explain this. One of these theories is that Kamui Urihara was like a machine, unaffected by emotion, cold and robotic, and therefore able to carry out his assigned duties efficiently and without question. Therefore, as long as his criminal power was somehow removed, he would make a perfect mold for the people set to inhabit the strictly controlled and administered society of the 24th Ward. However, criminal power is like a type of mental energy and is extremely difficult to control or subdue. Wow. Some scholars reject the idea of its very existence. Making direct contact with Kamui Urihara makes it clear that he does indeed possess some sort of power. As mentioned above, criminal power is contagious. People who make direct contact with Kamui Urihara are stimulated by a sort of shock, experience a kind of emotional reaction, and can feel compulsions and urges rising up inside themselves. Some people call criminal power a virus. This project and its poorly executed attempt to analyze and copy Kamui Urihara may have touched on something with which it should not have made contact. However, gathering the testimonies of people deeply involved in the project, it seems like that may have been the actual goal of the project from the beginning. It could be said that the Kamui Masspro project was meant for the research and development of criminal power itself. Once again, the loop of doubt begins anew. What exactly was Kamui Urihara? A certain notebook contains information on this. The notebook contains writings pertaining to the origins of Format Kamui and something known as the Kamui system. Those not familiar with Kamui would think of it as a bunch of occult nonsense. This is the underside of the whole story. It could even be called something of a fairy tale. Kamui Urihara was born on a certain island, and at the age of 2, had the eyeball of a non-primate quadrupedal animal transplanted into his left eye as part of an ancient ritual of the indigenous tribe of that island. Okay. The transplanted left eye turned silver. The changing of the color to silver was supposedly a sign that the progress of the program of death inside the bearer had temporarily stopped. Okay, we're finally learning a bit here about silverization. The silver eye steals the crucial function of death from the living. That is to say, it makes the bearer essentially immortal. Additionally, this renders the existence known as Kamui a metaphysical being. It makes it possible to transmit or transplant the being known as Kamui to another person, if there is someone to receive it. It would be possible to transplant Kamui if one were able to find a naturally born blood relative of Kamui's, or someone from the same clan, or at least someone with a similar personality. However, if there were man-made mental clones of Kamui, then this process would go even more smoothly, or at least the scientists behind the Kamui MassPro project believe so. Ah, okay. Kamui dies, and if the next physical body to host the transplant is found, then the next Kamui is born. According to old lore, within the potential Kamui stock, there exists the one charged with protecting the next Kamui. There are also others to whom other duties are assigned. This is the general outline of the Kamui system. The most crucial point to those who are aware of these secrets is the fact that it is possible for a normal person to take the silver eye and make it their own. What? By replacing their own eye with the silver one, it is possible for a person to gain the power of immortality. This is true even for those who are not originally shelter kids. It is possible as long as the Kamui system continues to work. This is where a certain man who wanted the silver eye for himself had an idea. He could simply cultivate the field known as the Kamui system. If criminal power could be controlled, then the shelter kids would become easily controllable citizens. If necessary, this criminal power could be awakened, providing excellent soldiers in times of need. Then, the eyes of animals would be transplanted into the subjects, and if one of them turned silver, it could be taken. The silver eye could also be sold. The Kamui MassPro project began with various speculations getting mixed up and confused, but the reason the Shelter Kids policy was able to receive such huge amounts of funding was because of the fact that if the mechanism causing this rare and powerful ocular transition could be explained and harnessed, there were clearly huge profits to be made. The funding was essentially investment money for creating a production facility for silver eyes. It is said that the main investor was the TRO, Technofaction. The TRO was originally centered on resource development based on molecular biology technology and its applications. However, the Kamui MassPro project was not able to achieve the desired results so easily. 4 years after the Kamui MassPro project, under direction from an organization that can be traced back to the FSO Frontier Conservative faction, The Ayame Mass Pro project began, based on the previous project. It seemed like simply a new project with only the genders switched, but this experiment placed the utmost importance on creating an even more robotic and machine-like soldier. There were also those who felt that a sort of counter-existence to Kamui was necessary. The original persona used as the mold for format Kamui was used once again. In the end, it is said that neither the Kamui Mass Pro nor Ayame Mass Pro project was able to recreate the occurrence of the Silver Eye. However, there were 272 subjects who were able to reach the step just prior to this recreation. After that, the Shelter Kids policy, which had continued for 8 years, was suddenly put to a stop. Both of the projects, as well as their administrative entities, were disbanded and dismantled. What happened to the Shelter Kids? The Kamui stock comprised 1,440 people, and the Ayame stock... The Kamui stock comprised 1,440 people, and the Ayame stock comprised the same number of children as well. Those boys and girls were basically tossed out into the 24th ward. Some of them spent their lives as ordinary ward residents, being woven into the Kamui system while waiting for their time to come. This means that the field known as the Kamui system, while incomplete, did indeed continue to exist. On the other hand, some of the subjects were thrown out of the system altogether. These were the ones who were not considered good enough or useful enough for Kamui stock. There have also been rumors that still more of the Shelter Kids were more than simple mental clones of Kamui. Some are said to have been actual blood relatives to the original format Kamui himself. Let's bring the topic back to 1999. The Kamui incident reawakened the past of the Silver Case, causing a large number of people to die. This is a fact that must not be forgotten. I need a drink. Hold on, I'm doing a lot of reading. Better. Kaiji Enzawa, dead. Shinji Kotobuki, dead. Kiyoshi Morikawa, dead. Chizuru Hachisuka, dead. Morichika Nakatagawa, dead. Ryu Munakata, dead. Munakata? Munakata's not dead. On the other hand, there are some who survived. Ayame Shimohira, alive. Sumio Kodai, alive. Tetsugoro Kusabi, alive. Sakura Natsume, alive. However, there is no guarantee that this list is completely accurate. Some of those thought to be dead may still be alive, and the opposite is also possible. One thing that needs to be said in closing is that sometimes miscalculations happen. This is especially true with conspiracies and works of sinister design. This is because the sun is always watching from above. One such miscalculation was the decision to produce Ayame along with Kamui. Maybe nobody stopped to think about what the opposition, the struggle for supremacy, and the cross-fertilization between Kamui and Ayame would bring. While the original intent was to create a man-made mass production factory for humans, they may have simply been creating a nest for Kamui himself, like worker bees. Furthermore, what about the rejected Kamui clones? With regard to possible meanings and purposes for their very existence, sadly, nothing comes to mind. Let us now delve further into the underside of the background of the whole story. The theory that Kamui Urihara never even existed in the first place. Or rather, he did indeed exist, but not as a hitman. It is said that he existed only as an ordinary ward resident. This theory appears to be true. If so, then several prerequisite conditions are rendered nil, but the true villain of the other story, of the other silver case would be Kaoru Hachisuka. That's right, your father. If I just leave you with this little thought, I'm sure you'll come to remember all sorts of pertinent information. Is this Morishima? Well then, from here on, I'm going to use hypnotic suggestion to seal off all of those records and memories. Once you find the mobile phone number hidden inside the turtle and open your mail, this memo should reach your phone after a few hours. A crow is none the whiter for washing. This is an old expression that means that something naturally black will always be black. You cannot change the true essence of a thing. At least, I hope so. That I can continue to be me for as long as I am around. Wow. That was a mouthful. Nakagare is coming soon. Message in a bottle. So are these just going to be reading segments? Or is it just the first one is like this? Yeah, I'll save. No. Trophy earned. Utsusu. Ususu. I don't know. God, excuse me. Okay, let's save. Yes, overwrite save data. And presumably... Placebo. Nagare. Alright, well I'm going to call it an episode, so if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and share it with anyone else you think might enjoy it. If you want to suggest a game, leave it in the comments below, and check out links in the description for 25th Ward the Silver Case on Steam, although this is the PS4 version that I'm playing. And in the next part, I think we'll do this, Matchmaker Underground Theater, and see what this story is all about. Until then, though, this is DZ, your overlord Dezeran. You all have a great day, and I'll see ya.